Has anyone ever said to you, keep an eye on the prize? What exactly is the prize? What do they mean? Well, it's a motivational tactic used by coaches to keep their athletes focused on a goal or a specific objective they want to achieve. If you take your eye off the prize, you may be quickly overwhelmed by circumstance and lose sight of the reason why you are working so hard. Accomplishing a goal requires focus. Focus on the path toward that goal. In this course, we're going to look at how you can create a path to success by staying motivated in the face of adversity and achieve your goals in the sport you play. Let's get started. Goal setting is a very effective motivating technique, and the way you set your goals is critical to your success. So to set your goals and ensure that you achieve them, I'm going to give you the best researched and tested principles that I've used throughout my coaching career and that help my athletes achieve their dreams. Now, sometimes we all need something to help understand how to put in place those smaller steps to achieve those bigger things. So during this course, we're going to take a look at the 8 steps you'll need to achieve those bigger things. Now, the great thing is, you can use everything you learn in this course time and time again. So you want to go for one goal, hit it, then set another one. You can come back to the things that you learned here today over and over. Now we're going to look at how to define your goals, how to create effective steps in achieving bigger targets, and how to reach your goals faster. I want you to be able to use these effective methods to successfully identify and achieve any goal you dream of. I'm going to give you all that information. So look in the description for your link to the Goal Setting and Achievement Playbook that accompanies this video. And I want to show you how to put these plans into place to make sure your dreams, these goals, become a reality. So firstly, we're going to define your goals. Do you know exactly what you want right now? What is it that you want to achieve over the next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years? Whatever it might be, you'll need to start with actually defining what you want to achieve. So how do we do that? Well, get a pen, some paper, open up the downloadable achievement worksheet, and explore all the goals you want to achieve. Go ahead, brainstorm. Write down as many tactical skills you want to achieve. Now think of all the technical skills you want to master. Have you thought about your physical goals or your mental strength targets? If you're unsure of what I'm referring to, please take a look at the glossary in the appendix. This will help you decipher what targets you want. Here's your chance to really focus on what you want. Pause the video and take some time to determine what it is you want. Restart the video when you're ready. Okay, so now that you have defined what it is you want, it's time to start categorizing your goals. You're going to put your goals into 3 groups. Group 1, goals you're working on. These are the things you're really passionate about. These are important to you right now. Things you absolutely must do. So group 1, no more than 10 things, and be really strict with yourself here. And to be true to your success, you may want to put a great deal of time and effort into this section. These are the goals that you want to achieve most. Trust me, you'll have to sit down and put 100% of your energy into this. Take all the time you need. Group 2 goals. These are the goals you're working towards, and you really want to do them at some point, but you know they've not made the top 10. But they're still important to you. So avoid the temptation to allow this group to become massive. If you've got goals in this group, it will take so much energy to review them all if you have too many. So be really strict here and keep it to 10. Group 3 goals. These are the ones you'll be working towards in the long term. So these are the goals you've written down but most likely things you would like to achieve at some point in the future. These goals may take some time to achieve, so it's okay to put them on the back burner. Okay, so you've written all those goals down on paper. You've put them into categories, and now you're going to refine them. So step 3 is looking at group 1 goals only. The other goals we're just going to put on the back burner for now. All right, so the fewer you focus on now, the better. So with that in mind, go to your workbook and take a look at all 10 goals you've listed in group 1. Review them carefully. I mean, really think about this. Now, list them one by one in the space provided in the playbook. Are there any barriers to achieving them? By barriers, I mean money issues, mental blocks, lack of confidence or fear, maybe some other resource deficiency. Think of all the things that could prevent you from achieving each particular goal. Stop the video and work through this section. Continue when you are ready. SMART. SMART. It's an acronym. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. These are the key characteristics of a good goal. Now, there are multiple versions of SMART out there, but they all get to the same thing: creating clear and actionable goals that matter. Step 4 in this 8-step process to achieving your goals is to identify a goal. Making your goal specific clearly spells out the behavior or outcome desired and lets you know what to focus on and what actions are expected. So, what exactly do you want to achieve? How to make your goals more specific. The first attribute of a good goal is to make it specific. Make the goal ambiguous. Explain what to do, why you're doing it, who's accountable, and what the performance standards are. Optimize your performance. So what does that mean? Optimize your goal means using specified metric drivers like error rates, speed, safety, or quality indicators. Without the whole story, you're going to work on the wrong things or focus on the wrong outcomes, and that's going to hurt your performance and frustrate you. So if a goal is specific, you'll know exactly what to work on, why it's important, and what behaviors you will demonstrate with the success of your goal. The more specific you are, the easier it will be for you to define little stepping stones that you will need to do in order to achieve it. An example of a specific goal in sports would be, I'm going to learn one new skill. And name that skill. Refer to page 11 in the playbook to help you identify your goal. The second attribute of a good goal is to make your goal measurable. Measuring your goal is about creating a goal that ensures you're deriving the right outcome. If you're not clear whether you're trying to learn a new skill or advance an existing one, you're going to have an issue because you may not get the right behaviors if you haven't set a measurable aim for that specific goal. How to create measurable goals. Think about what you're going to use to help you succeed. What metrics will help you mark the point at which you've completed the goal? These can be analytical data or performance measures. Here are 3 ways you can measure your progress towards your goal. Keep a record. Record all your actions in a journal or on an Excel spreadsheet. 2. Create a checklist. Simplify your tasks. Or 3. Rate your progress. Where can you improve? How to make goals attainable. The third attribute and 6th step of a good goal is that it is achievable. If a goal is too extreme, it can be very demotivating. Then efforts wane, thoughts of failure creep in, soon your goal is forgotten. On the other hand, if the goal is too easy, you may not care about its meaning and fail to see the impact of it. To be successful, build upon the skills required to achieve your goal. Make sure you have all the resources and support available to achieve it. So when you set a goal, make sure it is something you care about. Ask yourself whether you can achieve it with the skills, resources, and support you have currently, and are you willing to work hard to hit those targets? Then it is achievable. If not, revise your goal until it is something that you can achieve. The fourth attribute and seventh step of a good goal is relevance. Your goals need to be relevant. This is going to drive activity that ties the goal together. Let's say I set a goal to knit 5 sweaters by the end of November. The goal is specific, measurable, and attainable, but not really relevant to sports skill development. Now, this is an extreme example, and many times those who set goals fail to include relevant traits that are geared to the outcome of the goal. So, how do you make your goals relevant? The goal should be tied directly to the desired outcome. If you can't explain how the goal drives behavior in 1 or 2 steps, that goal isn't relevant enough to drive the behavior change you're looking for. This is our final step. The last aspect of goal setting is that it should be time-bound. Create a sense of urgency and set up a time limit of the goal. Specifying a time helps with focus, enables better work and project planning, as well as it enables prioritized progress. So how do I define a goal that is time-bound? Well, you think about goals. Set a time limit on the goal and all the steps toward it. Clearly indicate when things need to be completed, and clearly itemize the interim measurement points that you're going to use. The time-bound component is going to drive urgency and allows you to track progress as things move forward. So in this chapter, we're going to look at planning for success. You brainstormed your goals, you've got your group 1 goals, you picked one goal and maxed out your thinking about what you actually need to do to make your goal a reality by completing all 8 steps. Congratulations! Now it's time to set those wheels in motion. In your playbook, you'll see a section called Planning for Success. It's a template. You're going to list out absolutely everything that you need to do in order to make your goal happen. I call this the steps to success. To make this goal a reality, the more steps that you can include, the better. This way, each time you've completed a step, you're going to know that you're making progress, and it's going to feel good. So let's take a look at an example here. If your goal is to improve your balance, some examples of action steps could be get a gym membership, build an inner core strength with easy exercise, build outer core strength with plank exercises, squat exercises, maybe purchase a wobble board or enroll in a Tai Chi class, or work balance exercise into a daily routine. Think of all the things you will need to do. What areas do you need to get experience on? Maybe you want to go speak to other people. How did they make their goals a reality? Get their insights. Maybe they can give you some tips. Maybe you can go and shadow somebody. Maybe read some new material. Get some information online. There's tons of research out there for you to access. You know, there's still all these little activities that you need to do in order to make this happen. And like I said, it's all about putting it together in little steps that you're going to make in order to make the big things happen. Because it's very, very easy to say, yeah, I'm going to do this. So tell others why you're doing this. Tell them your story and connect yourself with people that have achieved things that you have on your list. The work is hard, but it takes real commitment, and what separates real winners are the little steps. It's all the little stuff that you need to do, so you need to get that down and start planning. Good luck. The biggest piece of advice I can give you is to stay on track with your goal setting and to get a goal buddy. Get more than one if you can. So a goal buddy is somebody who's going to hold you accountable to making these things happen. So all of these times when you've said you needed to power through, you need to keep on track, having somebody there that's going to ask you every single week, how are you doing with that? It's really, really going to help you. You have to take them on this journey. So maybe ask them if they've got any goals themselves. You can keep each other accountable. But the more people you tell, the better. Okay, so we've come to the end of the course now. I hope you really enjoyed this. Setting goals and talking about setting goals is one of the things that makes me happy. It's one of my favorite things to talk about. I love setting goals myself. Sometimes my goals feel really silly. Sometimes they feel really big and a little bit scary. But you know, just do it. Do it anyway. So like I've said, write them down, categorize them, make them smart, tell people about them, share your story, and just get to work. So don't be that person who in 3 or 4 years says, I really wish I'd done that. I've been a coach for more than 15 years, and I have met too many people who are unable to follow through on their goals, but I have helped so many more. So just get started. Here's your link to the Playbook Resource, and good luck.